So we're out here looking at snowplow options, trying to figure out what might work good for us. And I got Mr. Joe Off-Grid, as he likes to be called, Joe Dirt, Joe Snow, Joe Off-Grid, whatever. And I'm going to get him to run the truck for a bit, and then I'm going to try it and see if the truck's going to be a good fit for us. Joe Off-Grid should not leave the house without sunglasses. Here we go. Looking good, Joe. Looking good. Joe, I want to hear about the Camper Special snowplow and why you are so excited about this beauty.
Well, I don't know if you'd call it excitement or practical realism. So what we have here is a 3/4 ton Camper Special. You're asking about the Silverado Camper Special. The 20 is kind of misleading. It actually means 3/4 ton. A 10 series means half ton. A 30 series means 1 ton. Rather had the 30. This one just came available. Camper Special means it's got heavy duty suspension, heavy duty drivetrain, and dual gas tanks. Because, you know, you don't want to go in town any more than you have to. But it's got the plow. Everything works. On the way here, hey Josh, come over.
I could not be more jealous. This body style, this vintage, yeah. I like everything about it.
Well, you know, being off-grid's all about being cool. We don't give that up just because we come out here, right?
Hey, pop the hood. Has this got the Chev 350 in it?
Old school 350 with a Holly carburetor. Glass packs, straight out of the 70s, even though it's an 84.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, old school. It's got that red thing over there. You showing that, Josh? That's called keep you from de-rednecking your truck. You can actually turn your batteries off so they don't go dead. It's actually a marine battery on-offy thing. But yeah, here, I'll start it up. See, it sounds like a truck. It doesn't sound like one of them rice burners, you know what I mean?
Sounds so good.
Now with that said, let's see if it actually works. We got this here handy dandy snowplow, and yeah, it does what it does. Joe Off-Grid snowplows.
I like it.
The only problem we have, Josh, we really don't have enough snow yet.
No.
I know the YouTubers are out there. Yeah, but we want some snow. We can blow this stuff up. Just had to see if it worked.
Why the truck over, say, tractor or four-wheeler? Why did you decide to go with the truck? I mean, I see a lot of advantages.
It's cool. Tractors, trucks, I guess you'd say multi-purpose tool. Kind of like one of those Leathermans. You drive to the store in it. And not only that, but when you, in this case, you know, sometimes we're plowing 3 to 4 miles. Yeah, you run a tractor in the elements, you know, say 8 degrees. Yeah, if you got enough money to have the cab.
So was there any other consideration? I mean, four-wheeler?
Not when you got, not if you're going to be doing miles of plowing. And then you got to think too, if you're going to help your neighbors out, and you got more plowing to do, or do you really want to load up a four-wheeler, unload it, load it, unload it, load it? It's not like you can just run a snowblower around your sidewalk. You're talking about, you know, half mile to 3 miles, sometimes 3 mile drive to get back out to the forestry road. So you got to plan for the worst, and that's part of being an off-gridder. It doesn't matter. You really got to think about worst case scenario. How am I going to get in and out? And what tool can I use, or use the money I have that's going to best kind of do everything?
So this was the right fit for you.
Yeah. You know, the 3/4 ton's got the weight behind it. It wouldn't hurt to put some bags of salt or cement, or, you know, some kind of
weight the rear end.
Weight the rear end. But for right now in this light snow, I mean, we really don't even need to plow today.
But I wonder if a tractor would serve us better. It would allow us to mow grass and do other things that a truck wouldn't let us do. Now, Joe here, he's out in the middle of nowhere, so I see the advantage of having a truck and being able to run up and down the road with that plow. But I think with our scenario, that maybe tractor would be better. It'll be fun to check out the truck and the plow and see if that's a good fit. Kind of do a test drive before we end up getting a plow. Talk to me about when to plow, when not to plow, how you like to set things up. Because I've always heard about trying to build a base initially. And where we haven't had a lot of snow yet, it seems like you may still be working on building a base.
Yesterday, like the last 4 or 5 days, okay, let's go back. November, what, 10, 12 inches of snow this place got dumped on. Snowed on and off, rain for a few weeks. Turned this place in, or the whole area, the whole upper valley here in the banana belt here in northern Idaho. Turned the whole place into a mud slough for 3 weeks. It rained after that snow. So you took these nice roads and turned them into mush, and now we had a good 2 foot of snow in the last week or two. It warmed back up again. Everybody plowed down. If you keep plowing all the way down to your road base, all you're going to get is mush. And that's kind of what happened here. Over plowing today, we probably should be plowing. Probably need to get about a 3 to 5 inch pack, give it a light plow, then wait for about a good foot of snow, 6 inches, plow it again. Then you have a nice base underneath it. You're not going to be digging up your gravel. You're not going to be redigging your ditches on the side of the road. You got a nice base to work with. And what you end up with going in and out of here is something smoother than asphalt. It's like floating on velvet getting in and out of your property. Just don't over plow, but you got to stay ahead of it. When the dump's here, then you got to be plowing like crazy.
Was there any consideration to going with something larger like a backhoe or construction type equipment, loader, whatever it may be? Would that be overkill for this?
Well, you know what?
I'm trying to figure out
I don't think it is overkill. I think you got like 3 different mediums. You got a plow truck, which gives you transportation and a driveway clear.
Right.
You can get in and out of your premises. If you have a nice wheel loader, a nice tractor with a 3-point hitch and a bucket on the front, now you got a multi-purpose tool, but you're not going to be driving it to the store. You can plow your driveway. Unless you have a cab, you're going to be in the elements. No big deal. I mean, you don't move up here because you want to be comfortable necessarily. And then you have, you know, what you employ in your business are skid steers. Well, absolutely love them. They're great multi-purpose tools. They'll turn on a dime. And in most cases, you don't even have to chain up the tires. But when we get iced in and then snow on top of it, that skid steer, you start building up. And I mean, if you got a long driveway, you start pushing up some wet snow, you're going to have to buy some change for that skid steer.
My question is, for me personally, I'm thinking, okay, I want something that'll save the day in the wintertime, like this truck. But if I had a loader, or if I had something like a tractor, then I could use that all summer long as well. Well, but I see the advantage of the truck, and quite frankly, I'm jealous. You know, if money was no object, I'd go get one of everything. But
and there you have it. I think you kind of have a couple of different schools of off-grid.
Yeah.
I think in your situation and a lot of people's situation, the property, the topography of the property, your driveway, you know, what you're going to be doing in the next year or two might dictate what you're going to do. Which in your situation, and if I'm not mistaken, you have an excavator and a couple of skid steers.
Yeah.
For your construction company. You know, you're so far ahead of the game. because you can move your dirt, you can dig your foundations, you can do whatever, or you can do nothing. The worst case scenario, you might have to get changed for your skid steer.
Yes.
And if you don't have more than a mile driveway, that skid steer is going to do all that snow work for you and keep you getting in and out.
But I think you bring up a really good point, because even if I chained up that skid steer with some of the topography that we have on that property, that really a tracked machine with metal tracks like a dozer or something would actually be a better fit in extreme weather.
You know, when we first moved up here, I looked at it. I think it was a 54 or 47. If I'm not mistaken, it was a case dozer, manual blade angle.
Yeah.
Had a winch lift on the blade, but it was a strong little gas powered machine. And we almost went to that route, but you know, where we ended up moving to, we have enough neighbors and enough plow equipment to get in and out. And our family just couldn't see sinking that money into a piece of machine that would only be used in the most extreme condition. Unless you're leveling or needed something to actually drag something with, you would be making that investment.
Specific.
In your case, you have a piece of equipment that 99.9% of the time it will be able to do the job until your topography in your new life and whatever you're going to do answers that question.
Yeah. And I see pushing snow being just a way of life, and that is the question. What is the right fit? But I think you make a good point that maybe just let time answer that question based on what your needs are.
Yeah, and you know what? You're in a position, at least you have equipment. If you're coming out here with a Pinto station wagon in the winter and you got no cash, you made a big mistake. If you got some equipment, you got some chains on your truck, you can get away with a lot. But get to know your neighbors. They'll save you more so than not.